Right, good morning, people. So, Perth Autumn happened. Coming to the comp, I didn't really care about anything. I forgot the events: 3x3, 2x2, 4x4, 3 blind, clock, purist, cube. Didn't really practice anything. So I still wanted 2x2 sub 3, but I didn't really practice. Didn't really practice 4x4 either. I hate clock, hate 3 blind, and pure and cube I hate as well. And Gene took my 3x3 main, so I didn't practice either. So, first was 3x3 round 1. I straight up just didn't care because I didn't practice, plus I got my PR last comp. Not the best average, but I literally had no feelings. Just like Scube, for example. It was a 10.74, with accounting 11.51. We usually wouldn't be happy, but it's okay. Then, after lunch, 2x2 round 1. And I was doing alright for the first 3 solves, but then I fell apart on the last 2. Then was 3 blind. First 2 solves were definitely not good, but for being rusty, they're pretty good. And last solve was off by a corner twist. Wouldn't be PR mean, so I don't really care. I didn't record any of them, cause, yeah. Pure first round, I did alright. Got like a 6 average. It was a 6.29, yeah. Next 4x4 round 1. I don't quite remember how I felt, but the average was pretty good. Then Scube, I don't really care, but honestly, the average wasn't too bad. Then 4x4 round 2. I was solving exceptionally well during practice, and getting a lot of casual sub-40s. Starting with a 38, then a 44, then a 39, then a 37. I had a huge chance for breaking the barrier I was wanting, but didn't need. The solve went pretty well. The final bit of the solve was pretty funny. I multi-slotted into a free pair, then led to PLO parry, and then a very lucky T-perm, and then just barely making it sub 40, 39.97, giving me a PB2 average of 39 point something, 39.38, very good. Lastly, 3 blind finals. I was expecting the triple, mostly due to because it was 6 PM. For the first solve, I missed 1 turn, so I was off by 4 corners and 4 edges. Then on the second one, I had a really fast memo, and somehow I got a very unexpected PR of 114.53, putting me second. So this is one of the podiums I wanted. Last one, I went all out. 3 twisted corners, but edges were kind of meh, and I just forgot memo after 3 turns. Day 2, clock round 1. I was on Group 1, Station 1. Now, you may know that Station 1 is cursed for me. Firstly, there was Frio Cube Off 2023, where I DNF'd out of 3x3 finals. That was a time where making 3x3 finals wasn't a rare occurrence, but I choked every single time. And then, next was Perth Autumn, the other Perth Autumn. I had a very simple 2x2 PR average, and that happened. Then, Mandra Mayhem 2023, I DNF'd my 3x3 average. Then Quintillion, Cube Off, I got V-perms galore for my 3x3 round 1 average. And then, Get a Success in Success 2024. 3 blind finals, I tripled, because a lot of silly things happened. So Station 1 is cursed. And this time, what did Station 1 do to me? Well, it cursed me with sweaty hands and the disability to turn. I don't know why, my hands were just really sweaty. It actually wasn't really a hot day, it was actually kind of cold that morning. So, my hands were really sweaty, the clock was, really, grippy and stuff, and then it was just really annoying to turn, kind of. I don't really know how to describe it. You may understand how I'm feeling. Now, somehow, everyone choked, and SR remained at 537. Then, Scube Round 2, other than the silly 3.91, nothing interesting happened. Didn't record it, because, yeah. Now, it's time for something silly. Now, Amy does her 2x2 Round 2, DNFs her average with horrible scrambles. Then, I go to do mine. My scrambles were crazy. First scramble, 1 move layer into easy CLL, 11 moves, I choke it. That really should have been a sub 1.5. I tried it again afterwards, because that's how easy the scramble was to replicate. I got a 1.4. Then, I choked again, 3.99, that should have been at least a sub 3, I'd say. A high 2. Then I get 3 more easy scrambles, 2.62, 205, and 2.32. I was extremely disappointed, as this could have been an incredible average. The final average was 2.98, sub 3, but this really hurts. If I got that 1.4 in the first gram, this could have been 2.33, PB11. This would have ranked me 43rd in the country, which is kind of crazy. Top 800 in the world, which is crazy for an event I don't really practice. And this would have ranked me 5th in the state, which is just completely stupid. But yeah, the silly isn't over. Clock round 2 started with Amy getting SR, but it still wasn't really a good average for her. Then I get my scrambles. Because I am me, my turning wasn't good. I got a 404 in the second one, which is PR. I was really happy with that one. The last one was also really good, but I choked. The average was not good for the scramble set. 5.67, but still PR. But not sub J Coulter. J Coulter. I remain at SR3, but my single was SR2. And then there was Pyraminx, an event I don't practice. Again, Amy got bad scrambles, and then I got mine. Okay, so here's the first scramble. Again, didn't record it. Really wish I did. This is not the correct scramble. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, so here's the correct scramble, and I did red. So what I saw was this one and this one connected, and then here's the other edge. So ignoring all the tips, which I'm just going to solve for the reconstruction's sake, I'm pretty sure I did all 4 at once. Like I did all 4 at the beginning. So basically what I planned to do was to do a U to get this here, and then I would have to do an L and an R, and you would obviously do the L first to also preserve this edge. So what I did was I did this, and then instead of doing the L, I decided to do the R, and then I did that, and I realized I did it wrong, so I had to undo it, right? And then I got it solved, and I was like, oh, turns out this edge is solved. So then I rotated up. I was like, what the fuck? Oh yeah, this tip was like that. And it took me about 3 extra seconds to finally get this down. And the look on both of me and Amy's faces after the layer was solved is just absolutely hilarious. So that was 419. I moved the camera, my bad. This is a 440. And I saw these 2 blue thingies. So I solved the tip, put this like that, and this to create the V, very similar. Then I rotated up, and it was just U sledge. Now this one only had 1 bar block thing. I don't Pyraminx, but then so the yellow already had the 2 centers solved, and the red, you needed 1 more move to solve the other center as well. So I checked both. I actually forgot what I went with here. Wait. Okay, so I went with yellow. I remember now. I remember the tips being kind of bad. So you got this, then you got this, but then you also got a down move. And then now I had between these 2. The good one's this one. So instead of cancelling into the sledge, I really should have. I did this instead, but that led... Sorry. And then I solved this, and then sledge. Left sledge, hedge, whatever. Somehow that got me a sub 4. I don't know, I just wasn't being silly that one. Yeah. Now this 4th one's kind of relevant. I got an 8. I don't remember what I did. So yeah, I'm just going to show you what I would be doing. I'm really lazy, so I just go for yellow whenever I don't see anything. Yeah, that solution actually wasn't that bad. But I got an 8 for that, so yeah. Now, this is the last one, which secured the average. Yeah, you can see this big bar over here. So you can either go blue or green. Blue isn't very good because that leaves with like 2 swapped thingies. So I most definitely went with green. I really should check the solution. I really should figure out the solution before I do this. Okay, so what I did, I held the bar like here, and I did the tips, and I did that and inserted the yellow like that. And that left with a flipped here, but it was just double sledge U prime, and that was it. So yeah, I averaged 6, I just got a 4 average, that's overall PB. Anyways, yeah. So I averaged around sub 6 at my peak, which was like 6 months ago. I don't practice, so my official averages are my average. I so wish I recorded this average, but I didn't. After lunch, 303 round 2. Again, didn't really care about my results. Decent average, 10.23. Then was clock finals. I had a bad first solve, and then the next three were actually not that bad, but then I messed up the last solve, counting a high 6. Pretty disappointing. And oh yeah, Tyler gets like a really low 5 average, so he beats me. Now I'm SR4. I'm not mad though, I don't really deserve to be sub Tyler. Yeah. Then Pure Scoob finals, I don't really care. 6.73, 6.89, not much to say about these averages. Next was 4x4, trying to keep up the good solving.
You're on the... Triple parody.
Oh. What? What? What in the colours?
What is that average?
What is his average?
That's counting 49, 108, and 117.
What an average. Oh, let me take a photo. Anyways, 2x2 finals. I was kind of cooking for the first two, but then I followed with 3 very typical Gurney solves. Now, 3x3 finals was a bit weird. I still didn't really care, but somehow I was locked in even after 2x2 and 4x4, mostly 4x4. I started with a really nice 8.09. In my 9.27 average last comp, I kind of told myself and forced myself to look ahead, and it worked. This time I just kind of concentrated and look ahead came naturally. I was just that locked in. I then followed with an 8.26. A counting 8.26. I'd say that's top 5 counting times, ever, for me. Next I followed that with a 9.44. I wasn't even that nervous, I was just locked in. Then this next solve speaks for itself. That's very disappointing. Okay, so looking at this JAPERM, here are my AUF. So you can see that typical Weilong V9 lockup. That's the type of lockups I get on the cube. So that resets it, and then I do the U2 flick. No lockup this time, but I don't know, I just didn't complete it. I don't know, I think the initial lockup threw me off, and then, yeah, I was a little nervous for this last solve. Either way, it was going to be a good average. 10.24 was an okay result. Final average was 9.31, off PR by 0.04. But I just plus 2'd out of an 8.94 average. That is very disappointing. That would have been NR99 and SR10. I would not think that only just after 2 weeks after smashing my PR by so much, I would almost beat it again by so much. I would also think that an almost sub 9 average will come so soon. Of the 2 painful results of 2x2 and 3x3, I actually don't know which one would be more painful. Probably 2x2, because I don't think I'd ever get an average like that again. 3x3, I could possibly. I just need to lock in again. I've proved that it's possible. 2x2 is just way too, scramble dependent. So yeah, a lot to get from this comp. But overall, it was an amazing comp. Had a lot of fun, even though like no one was there. It was just me, Amy, Jean, Declan, and Aaron Espiritu. Yeah. Anyways, very painful, but it's okay. Anyways, goodbye.